a Los Angeles police officer's finger was bitten off by a homeless man allegedly on the metro yesterday. And for more on what exactly happened and how the officer is doing, we're joined by Fox 11's Phil Shuman. Phil, what can you tell us about this incident?
Well, it was bizarre. The officer is doing fine, all things considered. He was briefly hospitalized, lost the tip of a pinky finger trying to take a combative homeless man into custody from the train station, the subway station here in Hollywood that you see behind me. An increase in violent crime, a real problem on the metro system, which serves almost 1 million riders every weekday between subways and buses here in Southern California. And there was another incident today. Skyfox overhead for the latest metro mayhem outside Union Station. A suspect being loaded into an ambulance after the LAPD subdued him using less than lethal force. The report came in of a man brandishing a knife. He's in custody, no one hurt.
I'm always uncomfortable on here. It's not safe.
That happened as we were talking with regular rider Brianna aboard a Red Line train a few stops away from Union Station. Her experience?
Arguments, people fighting, drugs, all the time. Homeless people. It's terrible.
She's certainly not surprised to hear about the bizarre incident at the Vermont Santa Monica metro station Thursday. A violent, combative homeless man suspected of using drugs literally bit off the tip of an LAPD officer's finger.
I'm actually speechless, that's all I can say.
Between buses and subways, Metro serves almost 1 million Southern Californians every weekday. Safety, the top concern. Metro is trying to do more. Ironically, it was the newly increased police efforts to fight drug use that led to yesterday's confrontation. But the agency, very sensitive to media coverage, typically will not provide anyone to talk on camera about issues like crime. The last time I was able to get an interview was last month when reporting on the increased number of overdoses on the system. The point remains the same.
The solution requires a whole of government approach: mental health, homelessness services, crisis intervention, law enforcement.
She's not wrong, it's just that it sounds like more of the same official speak. So for now, people continue to ride because they have to, not because they want to, and deal with homeless people like Steve from Alabama, who has no place else to go.
I mean, there's violent people on there, people do drugs, whatever. So this whole city is all about disrespect.
So most metro system riders use the bus, which is extensive. The subways lines are not as common or as widespread, although it's under expansion. And riding the metro in Los Angeles is not an everyday experience like New York, like Boston, like Chicago, where it's just second nature. That's how people get around. Here, about 80% of the metro riders are low income. They typically ride it because they have to. They don't have a vehicle, they can't afford a car. So it's really something that's forced on them in a sense without choice. And a lot of them feel like they don't have a voice. So this is an ongoing problem in Los Angeles that officials are trying their best to deal with, but it's a big challenge.
And Phil, does it seem like people are afraid to ride the metro there in LA?
Well, that's what I'm hearing when I talk to people like you heard that Brianna today. They're uncomfortable. They don't ride it at night. They often have pepper spray with them, like I have here. There are police officers. There are sheriff's deputies. There are metro transit security officers, all armed. There are also unarmed ambassadors, as they're called, trying to help people feel more secure, answer any questions they might have. But it doesn't seem like there's nearly enough of them to increase people's comfort level.
And do we know what the suspect could be charged with because of that alleged incident where he bit the sergeant's finger?
Yeah, it's an unusual terminology. They announced today that he was arrested on a charge of what they call mayhem, which is an alternative to, say, assault or assault and battery. That's the term they use, mayhem. And he's being held on $100,000 bail. We don't really have any more details on his situation other than that he was presumably homeless, and LAPD officers, again, part of the increased patrol on Metro, trying to crack down on drug use. We're trying to remove him from a station here when he became combative, and that's when the biting happened.
All right, Fox 11's Phil Shuman, thank you so much for that report.
Okay.